Hello everyone, this is Paul and welcome back to my channel The Peculiar Paladin, where I do reviews for movies, TV shows and reactions for trailers and some fan theories here and there. And today I wanted to do a review for the episode 4 of Game of Thrones, and it has been officially out yet. Yes, I can show the photos, I can show videos from the episode instead of just talking about it like in the last video that I uploaded. And in the last video that I uploaded, I talked about the battle in depth. And today I'm just gonna low play it and then I talk about the other things. Obviously, I'll show a scene from the battle itself, and I'll also talk about what are the things that happened kind of building up to that battle. And if you didn't see that, now you can see that because the episode is out, so you might have seen the episode already. So you can see kind of both the episodes that I released to kind of get your fix for the day. And in the last one I said like this is a spoilers 100%, and I said to support the HBO guys because this episode deserves the highest ratings that any of the Game of Thrones episodes should have get, because it's better than Battle of the Bastards. So when I say that, it is that good. And not just that, even when we got introduced to the Night Army in the Army of the Dead, where Jon Snow would fight the Night King, it was better than that. So this episode was cool, and for an episode that is so short of them all, it did really did its job, showcasing you to the hard, cold realities of Daenerys losing and how she kinds of retaliates to losing all her allies and a lot of stuff, pretty much, because she has the biggest army, so 3 dragons, and she still lost a lot, and she doesn't take losing that easily, which kind of would be showcased in this episode. Really hard, she would retaliate really hard. So let's just get into it, shall we? Before I talk about and bore you, let's just get into the episode. So the first one is pretty obvious, like Jaime would be returning from the High Gardens, and the last episode I said it was just for the gold. No, it was for gold, the gold mines there, as well as the food. Tyrells produce the food for the Seven Kingdoms. They have the biggest production of food, and Cersei wanted to take all the food that she can get. And if the King's Landing is sieged, she needs food to survive for a certain point. But that's what Daenerys didn't want her to have, food. So Jaime would have that, and they would also even threaten some of the farmers to even hand over their harvest, because the Tyrell house has been promised to Targaryens. So the Lannisters would threaten them to give their harvest, and they would carry that in a long line of caravans, and they would escort that to King's Landing. So now you know what happens when that shit is said to Daenerys. Keep on guessing. Second thing is Littlefinger. That little bastard is starting again. He talked to Bran about a knife that would be given to, it would be gotten from a cutthroat that was sent to kill Bran Stark after his fall, to keep him silent from all the things that he knew. That would be like a gift, and he would expect something in return. He would be fishing out for the things that Bran has seen, maybe, or the powers that Bran has to get information for so on. But that wouldn't happen. Bran is not just Bran Stark. He would explain it in the next scene, literally. After Littlefinger left, he would explain it that he's not Bran Stark. He is the three-eyed raven. He knows everything. So Bran Stark is just a part of the things that he knew. And so he wouldn't reveal that much to Littlefinger, and he would just leave. And the helper that would come along with Bran Stark, since the wildlings are united with the northern families, she wanted to go on home to her family herself, and before she does that, she would say goodbye to Bran, and then Bran would be like, alright, bye. She would be pissed because like she wanted more emotion from this guy, just to save him. A direwolf, Hodor, her brother, would have given their lives, and he would be like, alright, bye. And she would be pissed. She would be like, I need more emotions from you, mate. And he would be again saying the dialogue like, I'm Bran, not just Bran Stark, you gotta understand that. I'm Three-Eyed Raven. So this is the best emotions that you can expect from me right now. So just bye. Um, Good luck on whatever the things that you are going for. And she would be like, all right, bye. That scene would be there and there. So this next scene is where everyone would get like this. I loved the scene, and I was waiting for the scene, and I wanted the scene to happen in the last episode, and I didn't want Bran to arrive first to Winterfell. No, and I certainly needed more warm welcome for this one, like what Bran got in the last one. Like everyone was there to see Bran, and everyone was like enjoying Bran Stark's return. But when the actual hero Arya Stark's come to home, no one would even like care about her. Obviously, everyone thought she was dead after the wedding, but she's not dead. I mean, come on, like not even just a little acknowledgement. No, the guards would be like, no, you're just a damn winter girl trying to just confuse us. You're not Arya Stark. Go away. And then she'll be like, mate, look here. You have two options. If I'm saying who I am, and if that's the truth, you're getting into trouble. But if I am not Arya Stark, they're gonna kick me away anyways. So why would you care? And they'll be like, it's a good point. Come in and wait here, and let us go and tell to Lady Stark. And Arya would escape and go to the tunnels where there would be like statues of Ned Stark, Lyanna Stark, and everything. And she would be obviously want to be with her dad, and then she would be looking at the statue. And Sansa would be like, I know where she has gone. You don't have to worry about finding her. And she would come and have a nice sister moment with Arya, and then they would be talking about how everything went on and how Sansa has become the Lady Stark of Winterfell, the Queen of Winterfell, and they would have a nice moment there. So let's just take a look at the scene, real quick. How the meet kind of went. Heartwarming indeed. Heartwarming indeed. So the next thing that I want to talk about is Bran, Arya, and Sansa kind of meeting. And in the last episode, they kind of showcased Bran explaining his powers in a creepy way. When Sansa would ask about his power, he would kind of explain it in a creepy way. That I saw you on the day that you were, I don't even want to go there. It was that creepy. So the writers were going for this episode, like this one. And why did they do that in the last episode? I have no idea. I really don't. But in this episode, they will be like, Arya Stark would see Bran, and then she will hug him, and then he will be like, I saw you at the crossroads. And then she will be like, you saw me? And Sansa would be like, uncomfortably behind, Bran has visions now. Be careful, sister. And Arya will be like, all right. And that's when like Bran would not explain his powers. Instead, he will actually talk about the things that he knew about Arya. So Arya will be like, I was planning on going on to King's Landing. And he will be like, yeah. And Sansa would be like, why would you want to go to King's Landing? Cersei is on a list of names, Bran would say. Now that is how you explain your powers. Not by saying, I saw you when you are gonna get violated by Ramsay Bolton. No, you don't say that. Creepy. To your sister, mate. You're not Jaime. Why would you do that? I don't know. This scene was amazing though. Without even saying that he's the Three-Eyed Raven, he would explain that he has the power to see everything and know everything. So that was cool. You can have it. And Arya would ask like what is this Valyrian steel dagger doing in your hands? He would say like Littlefinger gave it to me. And Sansa would be like, he doesn't give you anything for free. You would have expect something in return. And Bran would say, I don't care. I don't want this. I wanted to give it to Arya. It's wasted on a cripple. And Arya would be like, are you sure? I'm damn sure, woman. Have it. So if Littlefinger is expecting something he would expect from Arya. And what can we expect from Arya? And I am waiting for that scene. When that scene comes, I'll stand up and then I'll give a standing ovation. I wanted Arya to kill Littlefinger. That's it. That's all I need in my life. That scene. Thank you, Game of Thrones. Make that happen. So let's just take a look at the scene where Bran and Arya and Sansa would meet and kind of have a family reunion. The Stark reunion that everyone wanted for so long. It's been a treat, guys. It's been a treat. The day it came true, it was a happy day.
I thought you might go to King's Landing.
So did I.
Why would you go back there?
Cersei's on her list of names.
So, as I said, it was a nice scene. So the next thing that I want to talk about is Jon and Daenerys having a, a moment actually where they understand each other's point. So Jon would be mining for the dragon glass and he would find cave paintings and he wanted to showcase this to Daenerys before he starts mining. So he would be taking her inside the cave and he would say like, alright, just take a look at this cave paintings and you will get a picture. And then she'll be like, alright, it's cool, before everything that comes on, like before the Starks, Lannisters and these things occurred. And then he will take her into deep into the cave and then he will show the drawings of the first men, like kind of like gods who helped the people that are there now to grow. And the first thing that would Daenerys go into like is battle. Were they fighting against each other? No. Jon would say they were fighting against one common enemy together. She'll be confused and then he will show her the painting that would be there showcasing the Night King and the army of the dead, which is an amazing thing. Again, at that point she would know that they exist. Obviously they're right there. It's not something that is made up, because she could see the other things, alright, and if saying this is not true, that is true, is like stupidity right there. But she would say, alright, it's alright, I'll help you, but you gotta bend the knee, man. Again, she would go to that point and then he will be like, no, my people trust in me. And she will just ask one question. Well, you don't have enough men to take on the Night Walkers, do you? No. So you need my army, you need my dragons, and most of all you need me to support you. Then bend your knee. Give up your attitude, give up your pride, and just bend the knee. And we wouldn't know the answer for, because after that they will just walk out of the cave without giving us an answer. But that's all fine, that's all fine. We'll obviously get the answer soon, because there's Jon Snow still staying there. He hasn't left to Winterfell, so that's all cool, that's all cool. So let's just take a look at the scene where they kind of like talk about that in the cave.
Against their common enemy. Despite their differences, despite their suspicions.
After that, she would walk out of there with Jon Snow and Tyrion would say, we took Castle Rock. So good news, right? And that news would just turn into an ash in just a second. And then she would be pissed. She would be so pissed at everyone there, especially at Tyrion, because listening to his plan, she would lose everything, every one of her allies. And that's not a joke. Like, she would lose the Greyjoys, she would lose the Tyrells, importantly, and like every move that she made from the season 7 starting would result in failure, and she would be pissed at Tyrion, obviously. And Tyrion would be like, okay, we have a plan, let's just stick to that plan. And then she will be like, enough with the clever plan, I'm just gonna go to Red Keep with my 3 dragons that would be flying there. I'm gonna burn everything to the ground. Everyone would advise her against it, but she wouldn't listen to every one of them. She would just turn to Jon Snow and then she will be like, tell me. He will be like, no, I don't know anything. He would actually say like, I don't care, I don't go into these matters. Daenerys, he doesn't know anything. That's Jon Snow's thing. He doesn't know anything. So I don't know why would you ask him. She would be like, in detail version. Like, I'm in a battle, I'm losing, I lost all my allies, and what do you think my next move should be? And I'm like, that's Jon Snow. Alright, if you want to go there, go there. But he surprised me. He really surprised me. He would give an emotional answer instead of giving a strategic one that would actually get into Daenerys' head. Instead of giving her like, oh, don't do this, you that's not strategically right, do this, oh dad. No, you just say, if you use your dragons to burn castles, you're not any different, you're just the same like the rest of us. Boy, you get my applause. Nice. And the next thing that I want to talk about is Arya training with Brienne. And after, entering the Winterfell thing and everyone actually recognizing her, she will be going to Brienne and talking to, when Arya would say about the list, Sansa would be like, just a kid joking about it. Bran would know, but Sansa would be like, she's a kid. And in this scene, Sansa would be up there on top and she will be looking at the training sequences where Arya will be like, you have to teach me and we have to train together because I haven't trained in a while. And then Brienne would be like, let me go get the Masters of Harm here. He didn't beat the Hound, you did. Let's go. And she would just pick her like small sword and like swing it. And Brienne would be like, no, don't use this. It will hurt you. Trust me, I won't hurt you. Let's go. And Sansa would be watching this training. Let me tell you, cool, amazing sequence where actually Littlefinger would also be seeing this, so he would know if he messes up one step, there is the three-eyed raven, which knows everything. Jon Snow is already pissed at him. He literally attacked him when he went out of there. Arya has his name on his list to kill. So Brienne is pissed as well. So only supporter he has is Sansa right now. Yeah, he can decide to move away from the pledge from House Stark, but there is no more enemies to kill. Like there's no more Boltons or there's no more Tretons. So if he messes up, there's also Ghost in Winterfell. So if he messes up, he would be either a killing target for Arya or a meal for Ghost. So whatever pleasures his boat, mate. So that sequence really excited me because I saw, I wanted Arya to showcase her powers, fightings to other people, and she did with this one by showcasing it to her sister without Arya knowing it. That was an amazing scene. So let's just take a look at it right now. So satisfying, isn't it? So the next thing I want to talk about is Jon Snow staying in there, staying in Dragonstone, and Daenerys would have been left these guys there, and she would have gone for the attack, which I will talk about in the next sequence. And in that time, Jon Snow would be like going to everywhere. He would be talking to people, and mainly we would see him talk to the translator, and she will be like, we didn't choose our queen because she was the daughter of the king we never knew. She was the queen because we chose her and we believe in her. I kind of like that dialogue because to Jon Snow, it's like your ancestor kind of burned mine and you're the Mad King's daughter. But to these people, they don't even know about the Mad King. They don't even care about the Mad King. So they were like slaves. They were poor. They were in the streets. And Daenerys kind of gave life to them. So I love that about Daenerys. And Jon Snow would kind of understand that. And he would ask like if you're a slave and you're you're serving her right now. And what if you wanted to go to your hometown tomorrow? And she will give me a ship and wish me good luck. Do you believe that? And she will be like, I know that. So that sequence, even though it didn't have any impact on the plot, whatever, mate, but that sequence was important because Jon Snow understood about Daenerys. It was a step closer to bending his knees, figuratively. It might even be literally. Let's just have to see about that in the next episode, hey? So guys, the last thing, the battle. I talked about this in detail in the other one episode, guys, so please go watch that. I don't want to make this long as well. It's already been long, so for a short episode, having a long review is like stupidity. But for an episode that is this great, having a long review is amazing. And I told you guys about this, I think, in the last episode, where there would be main thing is the Dothrakis would be coming to ambush the convoy that would be going there. And I think every gold would have been gone inside King's Landing. And the food would be the problem. The convoys would have food. And Daenerys don't want that to go inside King's Landing, so she would attack it. Jaime would be advised to, again, standing there, just go to King's Landing, mate. You're the commander, not a damn infantryman. But he wouldn't listen. He would be like, no, I want to stay there. We can hold them off. It's pretty simple. This is what Robert Baratheon said in the first season, mate. Only a fool would take Dothrakis in an open field. Don't do that. But Jaime would be like, nah, we can hold them off. But there would be a dragon entering the sequence, with Daenerys riding it and saying, Dracarys, burning every one of your infantry that is holding the line and paving a path for the Dothrakis. What you gonna do now? He'll be like shooting little arrows at the dragons, and then the dragon will be like, mate, come on. Let's be honest here, you're not going to do anything to me. That's where they would open the ballista. Now, let me be clear. That is the dumbest thing that I have ever seen that it was strategically planned by Cersei. She is the most cunning person I have ever met, but in this one, no. Like, Daenerys would only come in one dragon. What if she came in 3 dragons? And you had like one ballista right there? What would one ballista do? It's not like a missile launcher that can, track heat and go and hit that even if the ballista missed the dragon. No, it's just a straight path. So if like one dragon, the misses, it kind of dodges the ballista. The other 2 dragons would burn you to crisp before you have a chance to reload. First of all, it would take like at least 5 minutes to reload. Since this was like one dragon, it would pass and then it would have to turn and then it would have to come to that position to attack. So it took time. So you had time to, rewind it. My point is, it's cool. Your convoy has a ballista. Wow, that's amazing. But you kind of showed your hand. It's like playing poker. You don't say you have good cards. You don't show it to your face. It's like, all right, I have cards. It's all right. It's not like you're pulling a balloon, jokers everywhere, confettis everywhere, great cards. You're gonna yell. No. That was the ballista there. It's like they literally opened the, thing. Look at my ballista. The dragon showing a middle finger to the dragons. That doesn't work that way, mate. No, it doesn't. If you do that, Daenerys is gonna armor up her dragons. She's gonna know if they have one ballista for a small convoy, they're gonna have a ballista everywhere in King's Landing and surrounding King's Landing. So my dragons would be at a disadvantage. They wouldn't even kill the dragon. They would just injure it, like poke it a little in the shoulders, and it would be like, the dragon would be pissed. Not just Daenerys. Dragon would be pissed. It would be like, it would burn the ballista, the weapon, and the kind of like wooden holder. It will burn everything to crisp. And it would just land and it would attack everything with its tail. Get the fuck out, mate. You hurt me. And Daenerys would be trying to remove the, ballista weapon from the dragon, and then it would be shouting. Jaime would be seeing this, and he'd be like, wait, that's the queen. That's what we're fighting for. If we kill her, everything is over. So let's just go kill her. You don't do that, mate. You just don't do that. Run. Sometimes it's good to run. It's good to flee. I've said this like 1,000 times. If you're at a disadvantage, they should have crashed that ballista first of all. Just when they saw the Dothrakis, on the verge of things, they don't see the ballista from there. No, destroy the ballista. Take your important man. Run away to King's Landing. This is a disadvantage. This is a battle that you're not gonna win. Don't show your surprise weapon. Keep it surprise. And when she attacks King's Landing or surrounding King's Landing without any protection for her dragons, Unveil 40 ballistas. Kill the 3 dragons. Cersei, you dumb idiot. No, don't do this. It should have been more interesting than this. I wanted Daenerys to react when she went to outskirts of King's Landing and got attacked by like 30 ballistas and her dragons took heavy damage. Then she realized, okay, now we are playing the real game. Let's go from there. But now she's gonna be like, alright, you showed me your hand. I'm gonna win now. Dumb. And Jaime would just march right in there, and Tyrion would be standing, you know, from afar. It would be like looking at the battlefield, and the Dothrakis would make fun of him because, like, your people can't fight. That's a reality. Like, the Lannister army would be running away. They would be like literally running away. No, no, leave me alone. And then the Dothrakis would be finding them and then cutting their throats, chopping their head off. They would be having fun. Literally, not just the dragon. The dragon would have fun. That's a dragon that would have fun. But a Dothraki is having fun means that you are sucking at battling. 100%. They will be like, they would also take losses. Don't get me wrong. The Dothrakis would die, but not on this level. No, not on the Lannister army level. And Tyrion would be like, don't you fucking go there. Flee. You know, he'll be saying him to himself, but Jaime won't listen. Jaime will be like, take the spear, and he wouldn't even try to throw it as a javelin throw. He'll be like, just get close to her. He would be riding on a fucking water. So every one of his house's step is known to Daenerys, and she'll be like, really? And the dragon would even cover her, you know, protect her, and then he'll be like, burn. And thank goodness, like, Jaime's friend would come in the end and then save him, and they would both drown. That's the end of the episode, and the end of this review. I'm not even going to talk about the next episode. We all know what's going to happen. And I don't want that to happen. Which I'll do in a separate video, guys. I'll upload it on Tuesday. I'll talk about the things that I'm hoping to happen in the 5th episode, which is going to be 60 minutes long. It's just a joke. It's just a joke, to be honest with you. You know, this battle, it was amazing. Don't get me wrong. Visually, in terms of sound, in terms of the battle, but it was a lost cause. You know you lost the battle. Jaime. Second time, mate. Second time. Anyways, guys, hit the like button if you like this video. Hey, no, before that, I wanted to showcase you guys the video from just a sequence from the battle. Oh, I forgot about that. Let's just watch.
We can hold them off.
Ah, the dragon sound. Accelerating. Thank you, guys. Now hit that like button if you like this video. Share the video with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel for everything that is movies, TV, show, reviews, reactions, and even fan theories from time to time. So let me know in the comments down below on what your thoughts are. What would you like to see in the next episode, and what would you want to see in the next episode, and let's just have a conversation in the comment section, okay, about this episode as a whole. Thank you, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.